what we're doing right now is we're embarking upon a great initiative, which is we've brought together various staff members from the Kahnawake Education Center in our system, our teachers, our administrators, support staff. And what we're doing today is we basically are mapping out all the curriculum, actions, and initiatives that are currently happening within our 3 schools and within the system. By doing that, what our hopes is we're looking at what are the success within each of these actions that are happening within our schools, what are the challenges, getting a great snapshot of what's happening in our system. The reason why we're doing this is basically with the vast amount of initiatives and actions that are happening, I came to realize that we really need to work collectively together. Everyone seemed to be working in isolation, and in order to develop and really progress our curriculum within our system, we really need to see what one another is doing, and from there we really need to share and develop further and to look at what are the priorities, what are the areas that we can celebrate, and what do we need to work on for the 7 generations to come in terms of our curriculum within the Education Center. Originally, this stems from the strategic plan, and this is launched from that. Our strategic plan, what came out was it had stated that it wanted the Kahnawake Education Center to develop a curriculum and enhance our curriculum through a Kahnawake perspective. And we were very fortunate to secure 2 consultants who are have great expertise in curriculum development, and that is Danielle Dalhays and Megan Webster, who are facilitating today. But they started to work with us, specifically Danielle, early in September. We began this process planning for it, brainstorming with her, sharing some of the challenges we faced and what we wanted to do, and then she brought Megan along, and we said we need a framework that'll help guide and be developed upon the principles of our worldview, our perspective as Kahnawake people. So they brought a model for us to look at. And right away we sat there and we said, yes, this is something that fits in with our culture, our values in terms of what a Kahnawake education is. And we tweaked it and modified it, but it was very similar to our perspective of how we conduct ourselves. And after that extensive planning, that's what we've come today to say, that this is how we're going to look at what we're doing with curriculum in our schools and get the minds together, and then we're going to analyze it. And then from there, we're going to be looking at what we need to do in the future.
People work in very different jobs in different schools and different roles, and everybody is working assiduously on their own projects. And the goal today is to bring everybody into the same room to write down what is it that we're all doing, how's it going, what's working, what support do we need, so that we can collate all this information, analyze it, and come up with a really good plan. Because often what happens is that you have individuals or small teams that get a chance to express their needs and desires, and other teams that don't. So the goal today is to make sure that everybody gets heard and that everybody gets a chance to put on the table what it is that they have going on in their own world, so that we can see how to support everybody in the system.
Each group is actually addressing one of the actions that make up this whole big process of developing a curriculum and implementing the curriculum. So for example, there are a group of individuals who are not only teachers, but the groups are very heterogeneous, they're very mixed, and basically these people are looking at something like French coordination. There's a French program, how is it unfolding in the classes, how is it monitored, are we looking at the impact that the various initiatives that are going on are having on student success. So this would be one of the actions where everything is being mapped out. Everything about this action is being looked at and written down so that we can look and compare. Another one is essential learning outcomes. So how is it that teachers are determining the learning goals for students, and how is it then in the planning being determined how the students are going to be assessed to make sure that they are meeting these goals, and what will they do in the classroom to actually develop these competencies and meet the learning goals. So those are just 3 examples of 8 different actions that are being mapped right now.
This is actually a really good experience. Working in education, it's difficult sometimes to bring everyone together into one place to be able to have the type of workshop that is both productive and engaging, and that's exactly what today was. We have a lot of good ideas. As Kahnawake had said in the seminar, sometimes we find ourselves working in silos, and what we're trying to do now is break it out so that we come up with a comprehensive Kahnawake curriculum for K-11 for the entire system, so that we know that when students go from Gunanyanua or Kateri to KSS, there's going to be a logical progression of learning in the community and for the community. I do have quite a bit of experience in curriculum, and it's extremely rare that a community gets to create its own curriculum from the ground up. Oftentimes it's like the ministry or a school board saying, this is the curriculum, this is how you implement it, this is what you do. So to be able to bring in, and not just here, this is a process that started a couple of years ago, so there's been community consultation and the elders have been in to help. So to have, literally, it is a full community curriculum that we are trying to put together, and it's a wonderful opportunity for Kahnawake.
I just want to say that it was a real honor to be selected to be a part of this whole mapping of our Kahnawake curriculum. What I like is that they're using the 3 principles, the foundations of Kayanarikoa, which is Skana, Kanakorio, and Kazastasara. And I think that, once we're rooted into that teaching of Kayanarikoa, the Kahnawake curriculum can't help but go where we needed to go for the future 7 generations.
We were grouped into 8 different groups. So one group might have been looking at First Nations School Success Plan. Another group might have been on Ganyangeha curriculum. The group that I was with, we worked on professional learning communities. So we had to look at what were the goals, how we were going to attain them, and it was nice because I was with another teacher and other people from different schools too, so that's always nice, like a cross-section, so you're hearing their point of views as well.
So it's a lengthy process. We really have to meet back another time, and there'll be quite a few more gatherings to ensure that the plan that we put in place, almost like a curriculum strategic plan, is going to move forward and be developed.